Heads up, everyone. He's here. Sam, we're in the endgame now. No matter what it takes, we have to link up this final network node. I called this mission briefing to ensure that we're all on the same page. Our objective and its surroundings are defended by a sizable contingent of ghost mechs. Clearly, they're not going to make it easy for us.
So, here's the plan. Tarman, you'll helm the DHV Magellan, as always. Rainey, I want you on the radar.
Leave it to me.
Depending on how things go, I may ask you to use your powers too. I was hoping you could provide fire support for Sam, with the ship's cannons.
That shouldn't be a problem. If necessary, I can use this to stay in the action.
As for you, tomorrow.
You know, she's arguably the best marksman on the ship, which would make her an ideal candidate for the miniguns.
Miniguns?
The DHV Magellan happens to have 2 of them mounted up top. The operator can control them remotely from the bridge. So you wouldn't be in any more danger than the rest of us.
And if she's even half as good as she's been in VR, those mechs won't stand a chance, right?
It's like VR? I can do that.
Dolman, you look after Sam.
But of course.
And Sam, you'll be handling the delivery. Plot your route as you see fit.
Hi. Be advised that we will only be able to provide fire support within the chiral network. Outside of it, the cannons become inaccurate, meaning too great a risk of collateral damage.
The advanced party set up a number of Cairo network way stations. We should be able to make use of them. While they were originally built to improve signal strength, they could, once activated, be reconfigured to expand network coverage.
Which would also allow us to move the ship closer.
It's up to you if you want us on hand to provide fire support, Sam.
That said, if you're too close to the network node, we're back in collateral damage territory. Please, bear that in mind.
Once we link up this last node, we'll have succeeded in bringing the Australian continent into the Cairo network. Our defenses will be stronger than ever, and we'll be able to get rid of those ghost mechs for good. So, let's do what we came here to do.
All right.
Wait.
Yeah.
Don't forget. Coming on this expedition was meant to help you find the strength to carry on. And you have. We all know you've got this.
Roger.
Now it's time to finish the journey, Sam.
The final site to be connected is within reach at last. Per APAS's calculations, establishing a connection here could potentially lead to the manifestation of 3 gates. Based on what happened in Mexico, it is likely that these portals have already emerged in nascent form, appearing only as minor distortions in space, invisible to the naked eye. These fissures will gradually develop, and once total chiral connectivity is achieved, they may, with time, eventually mature into fully fledged conduits, allowing travel to and from other lands. It remains unclear whether or not all 3 of these fissures will stabilize and develop into gates, but you will see for yourself once you've linked up the remaining site. On a different subject, I've completed my investigation into the link between Higgs and APAC. I'll tell you more once you've put Terminal Fort Knott on the grid.
Sam, this is Charlie. The time has come to link up our final destination. So allow me to review the specifics for you. All right. Step 1. You will need to use your Cupid to bring this first way station onto the network. Enemy ghost mechs have already been deployed in the surrounding area, though. Attempt to slip past unnoticed or engage in open combat, I'll leave the decision to you. The DHV Magellan will provide support with its miniguns should any mechs come within range. Naturally, we will also keep the ship's main cannon at the ready to fire upon viable targets when necessary. Should you require our assistance, give the order, and we will be happy to oblige. Be sure to keep these various factors in mind when devising your plan of attack, Sam. Once the first way station's on the grid, it's time to move on to the next one. You will find it at this location. Be advised that you will be unable to expand chiral network coverage if you don't connect these way stations in the correct order. In other words, if you go to the second way station first, you will be unable to establish a connection with your Cupid. Now, once the second way station is online, you will need to cross the bridge and deliver the drawbridge terminal unit to Terminal Fort Knott. Then, use the Cupid to bring the city onto the network and complete the order. You will receive the necessary cargo after this briefing. Once the chiral network covers the entire continent, the ghost mechs that have been emerging from the tar currents will no longer be able to come and go as they please. At least that is what APAS's simulations have indicated. This concludes my briefing. You still have a long road ahead of you, but we'll be here to provide constant support. We expect that you will face fierce resistance, the likes of which you've not yet seen. You will almost certainly require plenty of weapons, blood bags, and other consumables to achieve your goals. Don't skimp on supplies when selecting your equipment. Now then, plot your route and see to all necessary preparations.
Commencing route creation. Delivery route finalized.
Make sure...
By the end of this, we'll have linked up the entire continent. So let's give it our all, Sam.
I've got you, Sam.
Nice! Tomorrow came to our rescue. Let's push on, Sam.
Target in range. Target eliminated.
Are you injured, Sam?
Great job tomorrow. Okay, next target. Pinpoint accuracy. Contact. Tomorrow, shoot. Nice save.
Oh boy, that must hurt.
Lock and load tomorrow. Ghost mech disabled. I'm not picking up any more ghost mechs on the radar. Great work tomorrow. Sam, head to the way station terminal.
Mine.
Yeah!
Cruisers overhead. Brace for potential impact right now. Fire detected near the way station terminal. If the fire spreads, it'll be destroyed. Sam, get the terminal online with your Cupids ASAP. Then we can help put out the fire.
This doesn't look good. Sam, we need to hurry. The fire's gone out. Thanks for the help, Ranger.
Sam, this is Charlie. I commend you on a job well done. Terminal Fort Knott is almost within reach. Now that things have calmed down, you can return to the DHV Magellan for additional supplies if necessary.
Gotcha.
Is everything okay, Sam? If you need to take a moment to recover before the next fight, head to your room. In the meantime, we'll keep an eye on the DHV Magellan.
ghost mech. It looks stronger than the others. Keep your wits about you.
Again. Good man. Is that really you?
You need to keep moving. I'm going to take out the bridge.
Why?
For a friend in need. Tear us apart.
Still has some fight in it. Finish it off while you have the chance, Sam. Perfect work. You kicked its ass again. Sent it back to the sea with its tentacle between its, other tentacles. Okay, Sam. Time to connect Terminal Fort Knot to the chiral network.
Unforeseen circumstances, I will confirm the status of your orders. You may now connect this facility to the chiral network. Use your qubit to do so. Now displaying your current order grade. Connection to chiral network established. Thank you for your service.
Here's to the man of the hour. Our hero finally linked up the whole damn continent. I'd say this is a happy ending, but our story ain't over yet. Sadly, we won't be having ourselves a boss battle this time. There's just no point in it. You see, y'all can't win. Damn it.
Sorry, but you are long past your prime.
Hello, beautiful.
Your damaged goods.
Tell me, does it still hurt? Memory of what I did. It does, doesn't it? Go on. It won't work, but be my guest. Still as stubborn as ever. Oh, and by the way, Sam, it was me who killed Lou. Kinda tickles. Your thirst for revenge will never be satisfied.
Enough. I'm putting you down.
I'll take the damage and the goods. I don't break that easy.
What?
I'll take the damage and the goods. I don't break that easy. I'll take the damage and the goods. I don't break that easy. Take the damage and the goods. I don't break that easy. I'll take the damage and the goods. I don't break that easy. I'll take the damage and the goods. I don't break that easy.
We've done it, Sam. The entire continent is now part of the chiral network. Our mission is complete. And you've defeated Higgs as well. I'd like to think Fragile would be pleased with this outcome. Sam, everyone on the SSS seems to be in high spirits. People are chiming in to congratulate you on finally bringing all of Australia onto the chiral network. It's only right that they should praise you, given how integral you were to the operation. Still, I do wonder if there's a Dollman's the best post in here, or even a We Love Dollman, perhaps. Okay, is it just me, or is it strangely quiet outside our room?
Sam, you and I have much to discuss. Please come to the bridge as soon as possible.
There's a disconcerting stillness in the air. Perhaps we should go and see how the rest of the crew... By the way, I get the feeling there may be a long cutscene in the near future. You ready for that? Are you sure? You know, Sam, I was just thinking. That place we were sent to, the Land of the Dead, it strikes me as odd that it was submerged underwater. And did you see those columns of ice, the ones descending from the surface all the way to the floor? Afterwards, I realized what they reminded me of. The columns were reminiscent of a phenomenon known as brinicles. When seawater freezes and turns to ice, salt concentrates are released into the surrounding water. This brine is heavier than the water around it due to its higher density. It therefore sinks deeper into the ocean. As it flows towards the ocean floor, its lower temperature results in the formation of ice. And as this process continues, it can produce column-like ice structures. Any living creatures unfortunate enough to become entangled in these can be frozen solid. Little wonder they're called icicles of death. Come to think of it, the times we've encountered Nirvana, the first was amidst flames, and the second was in what seemed to be flood-ravaged ruins. Now, I believe that you were previously transported to a realm not unlike a battlefield. The places we found ourselves in are similar in that they were the sites of disasters. This is just a theory, but it could be the case that what we've seen is a reflection of Neil's mental state. He may have been a first-hand witness to a terrible tragedy which left a lasting mark on him. Apropos of nothing, when I saw that coffin, I was reminded of a rather unorthodox type of psychotherapy. The patient lies down inside a coffin, which is then closed, plunging them into darkness. In being subjected to this simulated experience of being laid to rest, they may find a measure of peace and comfort. If you spot a coffin that seems suitable for this, why not climb inside and see what happens? Ah, yes. Each time we take the DHV Magellan into the currents, the level of tar pollution on board increases, which is why everyone has to pitch in to clean the ship after every trip. In spite of that, we still find ourselves stymied by nasty blockages like this one. Tarman broke 3 mops attempting to dislodge a particularly stubborn wad before throwing up his hands in despair. Although he failed in that epic struggle, I can only respect his dedication. You know, Sam, I was just thinking. The doctor's talents were a sight to behold. A psychic midwife. I've never had the opportunity to watch one at work before. How many children has she held in those hands of hers, I wonder? I expect she knows a great deal about BB units as well. Sam, I spoke with Rainey earlier. She tells me Tomorrow's making excellent progress with her studies. Before we left to see the Motherhood, she was tackling and solving relatively elementary problems. But it seems she's since progressed to intermediate and higher level ones. At this rate, she might well surpass our own capabilities before long. To learn is to grow, and to watch her grow so quickly has been a delight. Come to think of it, so that was the esteemed data scientist. It didn't take much convincing to become a part of the chiral network after all, did they? I suppose the appeal of APAS's analytical capabilities was too much to ignore. And they must be quite the fan of pizza, too. The considerable weight of our last delivery did not escape my notice. Just how many pizzas do you think the chef was able to pack into that container?